Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and just a few announcements. First, if you could like, share, and subscribe, it really helps the channel. I really do appreciate it and gets more of my coverage out to more people, apparently. That's kind of like how YouTube works, at least for this week. Anyway, also we have our live chat tonight at 8 p.m., which you can watch on here, YouTube, or at NYNJPA Weather if you're a premium member, where you get all your questions answered. And also on X and Instagram and Facebook, and we're expanding, all because of you. So really appreciate that. And of course, if you're interested in more detailed analysis, we break down all of the lifting dynamics involved with the rainfall that's expected tonight. Check that out on the Premium Consulting Membership dashboard, and you can subscribe to that for only $15 a month. Now we got all that out of the way, let's take a look at what's going on at the surface. We have high pressure exiting. We have this warm front approaching, more of a trough than a warm front, really. And the reason why I say that is that we're not seeing a huge difference in terms of the temperatures, but we're seeing a pretty significant difference in the moisture gradient, okay, and the dew points. And in fact, as the data keeps on rolling in, because this is live from the Aviation Weather Center, which is basically aviationweather.gov, the government website. And the reason why you're seeing this flipping back and forth from warm front to trough is because of the analysis here. A lot of this analysis is done via AI now. So the AI takes a look at it and kind of flips this back and forth, which is kind of fun to watch from a meteorological standpoint. But when it comes to forecasting, you have to understand what's really happening here. Now, notice, ahead of this boundary, we have temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s around the New York City metro, lower to mid 70s around the Philadelphia metro, to the south of the boundary, lower to mid 70s. What is the difference? Slightly the moisture, all right? You have a little bit deeper moisture column right here around the southern mid-Atlantic that's pushing northward. In the northern mid-Atlantic, there's some dry air in the mid-level, and so it's separating the air mass out a bit. At the lower levels, you can still see here our dew points are in the 60s. We have plenty of low clouds. Part of that is because our high-pressure system out here is transporting Atlantic moisture in. So what this all leads to is you have a few isolated showers. Okay, nothing really significant out here on the WeatherTap radar and surface map. But take a look at the visible satellite picture. This is really cool to watch. At the lower levels, you have these low clouds, right? And so that's hanging around Long Island and New York City Metro and Connecticut. And that's all due to the transport of moisture at the lower levels from the Atlantic Ocean. It's southerly wind here. Out here, this is all mid-level clouds, and this is moisture transport at the mid-levels building in. What it leads to for you is basically an increase in cloud cover throughout the day and a few isolated showers. But later on, as this whole couplet here of lifting shoves to the east, and when I say shove, I literally mean shove, because what's happening here is that this whole pattern in the polar jet stream is all blocked up. Subtropical jet stream, you have these shortwave troughs and ridges. It's marching along, weakening as it does so, not really impacting us. But in the polar jet stream, you have this trough here that is becoming elongated and becomes what we call negative tilt, and that leads to a lot of lifting starting to set up here. Notice the cold clouds up starting to develop here out towards the Great Lakes. This is all going to shove its way into our neck of the woods, while the upper level ridge that is in control right now basically gets kicked northward into Quebec. So what this generally leads to is unsettled weather conditions setting up. But first, a heavy rainfall event for tonight. So when we dive into the forecast for today, increasing cloud cover, a few isolated showers, a bit muggy out there. Look for high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s on Long Island, lower to mid 80s everywhere else. For tonight into tomorrow morning, especially around midnight, you're going to get this wave of moderate to heavy rainfall, which is showing up on both the synoptic and mesoscale model guidance. There could be a few embedded thunderstorms within this heavy rainfall for tonight. And an isolated thunderstorm could reach severe levels in terms of the wind gusts. There are some strong wind gusts in the mid-levels of the atmosphere that could get mixed down towards the surface, and that could lead to a thunderstorm producing wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. But that is going to be very, very isolated. The primary theme here tonight will be heavy rainfall, anywhere from a half an inch to an inch and a half of rain setting up over the region. Not enough to create flooding, especially with the lack of precipitation of late, but certainly something that will impact travel as you head towards the morning rush hour tomorrow, especially around Connecticut, Long Island, the Hudson River Valley. As you head to the southwest by tomorrow morning, you'll start to see the showers more break up as a pseudo cold front, Pacific polar air mass that is modifying rapidly drives towards the region. So by tomorrow morning, you'll have low temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, the cold front moves through with a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. There could be a thunderstorm that touches severe levels due to, again, downburst wind gusts pushing over 50 miles per hour. But for the most part, we're dealing with just a quick, heavy downpour, and then it's out of there. Look for high temperatures tomorrow to range from the mid to upper 70s along the coast, upper 70s to lower 80s over the interior, and lower to mid 80s in the Delaware River Valley. Now, once we get past that point, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're going to have this upper level low to the north of us. And that's going to send a series of troughs through the region and a mix of sun and clouds and a few isolated showers. Not a washout, but a few of these showers could produce a quick heavy downpour. Low temperatures through this time period will range from the upper 40s to mid 50s over the interior and upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast for lows. High temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the interior, mid to upper 70s along the coast, and upper 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley. So overall, not too bad. Temperatures near to slightly below normal, but for the most part, what you would expect for this time of year in this unsettled weather pattern. On Monday, we have another cold front that swings through. That's going to lead to a mix of sun and clouds and a few isolated showers. Look for temperatures to range from the lower to mid 50s over the northern interior, mid to upper 50s along the coast. High temperatures in the lower to mid 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s along the coast, and upper 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley. On Tuesday, an area of low pressure will develop along the coast. Now, look for increasing cloud covers throughout much of the day, with showers starting to invade towards the evening hours. Look for low temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast, high temperatures in the lower to mid 70s. On Wednesday, that area of low pressure passes off the coast Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. However, there's quite a bit of ensemble guidance that pushes us a little bit further east. So we're going to go with scattered showers here on Wednesday, and then it clears out by the time we get to the afternoon hours. Look for low temperatures in the lower to mid 50s over the northern interior, upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast. High temperatures in the mid to upper 70s over the interior, upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, and lower to mid 80s in the Delaware River Valley. A lot of that depends on just how fast this clears out. Again, the operational guidance which we have here is closer to the coast, but the bulk of the ensemble guidance is a little bit further east, which would put us on the edge of this rainfall, which is why I'm only going with a few showers in the morning, followed by clearing skies in the afternoon. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.